Howdy friendos, I'm Krazy and welcome to my wacky emporium, baby. Welcome to my home. Welcome to Viary number 3. I thought I had done more Viaries than that, but apparently not. I just checked there. A little bit ashamed about that. Fear not, folks. I'm gonna correct that. More Viaries to come. I guarantee it. Kitty, you want to come here and sit for the nice folks? Come here. Sit for your supper. Kitty, kitty. Hey, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Don't get scared. It's okay. Don't get scared. Oh my goodness. Yeah, isn't that the way of... All right, I think you may have seen her sit. I don't know. I couldn't see what was going on with the camera because I got it on the face, whatever. So, because I, enjoy looking at myself while I talk. All right, big thing. I just got back from seeing Super 8, and instead of doing a sit-down review of the film, there's a lot of reviews out there, plenty of reviews for you guys to go and watch. I'm just going to give you my initial impressions, just seeing the movie. Bottom line. My opinion of the movie is just shy of awesomeness. And I think if you just get down to the nitty-gritty, I didn't have the tear trickling down at the end of the movie, and that is what should have happened. Not even close. If the tear was even just about to pop out, then it would have been awesomeness. But couple of things that kept it from being that way. One, the father-son dynamic. Now, Kyle Chandler, who I was glad, I was very happy that he was in the movie because I'm a big fan of his from Friday Night Lights. He just came off as an asshole. I'm sorry. He really came off as a dick. I mean, and if they could have corrected that with just a few scenes, and I understand what they're going for. Okay, he's acting like a dick, but, he's going through this hard time because his wife, I don't want to give away plot points, but, I want to keep it relatively spoiler-free, if I can, but actually not. Let me go ahead and warn you right now. There's going to be some slight spoilers in here, very slight, so, Anyway, the father, is dealing with his grief, so he wants to send the kid away to camp for the summer. And he just, you understand, I understand what he was going for. He seems like an asshole, he's an asshole, and then at the end, boom, and you're supposed to have this tear-jerking moment. It just didn't work. Sorry. The other thing that didn't work for me, all the kids should have been there at the end, gazing at the, spaceship going off in the distance. I warned you. Spoiler. I warned you. I'm sorry, but I warned you. When the father comes and hugs the kid at the end, and he's like, I've got you, or whatever, the tear should have been ready, should have been primed. And then when you have the shot from behind of all the kids standing there watching the ship go off into the distance, then it pops out and just rolls down the cheek. That would have made it awesome. But it didn't happen. Now, saying all that, I highly recommend it. Thumbs up. Go to the theater to see it. Definitely, it's a great experience. It starts kind of slow, but once it gets going, once they decide to get on the ball and go, save the girl, and, it's exciting. It is, there's a lot of things that remind you of an 80s film, but he didn't, try to bang you over the head with a mishmash of 80s movies. That's all I'm going to say on it. All right, what else? Oh, I finally got in my Blu-ray replacement cases. Yeah. I ordered these from meritline.com. I got 40 for $18 and change shipped. So, I'm disappointed, but I'm not. You get what you pay for. These are the cheap kind, and the problem number one is that the Blu-ray logo has nothing on it. It's just clear. It's just see-through, so it's kind of hard to see. That's complaint number one. Complaint number two are these hubs. Yeah, I really don't care for. They're okay, you push them and the Blu-ray pops up, but I really just like the thicker hubs. And probably the main thing is that when you shut it, you have to go around all the edges. I don't know if you could hear that little clip little slight clip there. But if you don't go around all the edges, you know, you have a crack. And so obviously the concern is that dust could get in. But again, I can't complain too much because they were cheap. But, you know, I'm thinking now, next time I think I'm going to spring a little bit more for, like, the Viva Elites, you know? Because, I mean, I don't know, if I pay, you know, $5 to $10 more, it's kind of worth it. Again, you're putting something together that you're going to have, presumably, for the rest of your life. So, next up, I want to talk about what I'm reading right now. I'm going to wrap this up. I don't know if you guys know, but I love to read. It's just that since I started doing YouTube, I've been pretty focused on movies and games and everything, and I haven't really just, you know, there's nothing like sitting back in the bed and just being totally engrossed in a good book. Well, what I have here is 2 books I'm really excited about. The first is an autobiography, The View from the Bridge, Nicholas Meyer, who directed Star Trek 2 and 6, the most cinematic of the Star Trek movies. He also directed Somewhere in Time, which is a great sort of time-traveling romance. I don't know. You have to see it. It's got Malcolm McDowell and Mary Steenburgen. I'm just going to stop. All right, so View from the Bridge. It's an autobiography, but it's focused on the Star Trek movies, which I'm really excited about. I've been looking forward to getting this book whenever it came out, 2 years ago. I don't know. I found it at a used bookstore, good price. The other thing that I just recently got, Into the Wild, which, you know, I haven't read it, but the movie is one of my favorite movies from the past 5 years or so. I just thought that, wow, Sean Penn really knocked it out of the park. He needs to stay behind the camera more, in my opinion. Of course, I plan on going to see Tree of Life this weekend. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to see it this weekend, but soon. So I'm curious how he is in that movie. Anyway, Into the Wild. Looking forward to reading that. Getting back to basics, folks. Well, it's definitely magic hour here now in Kakalaki. And I'm going to wrap things up at 7.5 minutes. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Krazy Jason, and you've been in my wacky emporium, baby.